Hello and welcome to the very special World Cup pod on the Big Match Theory. I'm Mangesh and I'm joined by my dear friend Rohit. And before we move ahead, thank you so much for all your love and support. We are planning to make some kick-ass content for you. And let's continue with our World Cup squad series, Rohit. Today we are going to talk about two Iberian neighbors, Spain and Portugal. I'm pretty sure that we have so much to talk about, especially
Of
for one
course.
player. So, what's going on, Rohit? Are you excited to talk about the third best Ronaldo of all time?
There's only one sun in the sky. There's only there's only one real fruit. I'm going back to fruit. There's only one real fruit, which is the mango. And there's only one goat. There's only one real goat, and that's Cristiano. So we could definitely start off with Portugal, a team that I think again, for the past few sort of World Cups and Euros, if you look at them, they have an embarrassment of riches in terms of their depth in their
Yeah,
squad.
yeah,
Um, but again, there are a few question marks over the way they line up, the way they play,
yeah.
and just can they really take that step up? And what is holding them back? There is one possible reason that is holding them back, which we'll debate in a bit. But do you want me to start off with their defense? How do you want to go?
Okay, let's just talk about their group a bit. Of course, they are managed by Roberto Martinez, who, in my opinion, gets unfairly treated at times, unfairly criticized for his role in Belgium's semi-final. A lot of people think that Belgium should have defeated France. That wasn't going to happen. They had N'Golo Kante, 18-year-old Kylian Mbappe, and they had
Mhm.
Rafael Varane. They were better than
Right.
probably Belgium had better attack. They had De Bruyne and Eden Hazard was flying at the time, but that France team was much better, man. It was defensively solid. So I feel he gets unfairly slated at times. But since Martinez took over, Portugal reached the quarterfinal in the Euros, and in that tournament they were absolutely dreadful in knockouts. By the way, they had two games and both ended nil-nil and both were decided on penalties. They're absolutely dreadful. Now they are in Group K along with Colombia, Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan are playing in their first World Cup, and do you know who their manager is, Rohit?
Uzbekistan? No, I have no idea.
Their manager is World Cup winner Fabio Cannavaro.
Oh, he's a
Yeah,
manager with Uzbekistan. I had no idea.
yeah, that's right, that's right. And they also have Congo. So they have Democratic Republic of Congo. Apparently, there
Oh
are two
yeah,
Congos, but
yeah.
this is DR Congo who are playing their first World Cup since 1974. And the funny part is, Portugal haven't faced any of these teams before.
Yeah.
I did not know this. I just found out today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, they
Okay.
have the greatest player of all time, and they also have Cristiano Ronaldo.
Of course.
All right, Rohit.
But even getting into the tournament, I think they initially they lost to the Republic of Ireland, but after that they finished top of their group.
Yeah,
They beat Armenia 9-1, which was the second biggest win in history. So
yeah,
Portugal, again, unsurprisingly, they did not really have a major problem in qualifying for the World Cup. They made it through pretty easily.
yeah,
And I think just going back to what I was saying earlier, man, they have a lot of depth. They
yeah.
have a lot of depth.
I
So
mean,
maybe
in the midfield, are they stacked or are they stacked? Fucking hell, man.
I
Yeah,
know, right? And we'll
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's quite literally a who's who in terms of like if you were to build out a world 11, majority of these guys in Portugal's midfield will probably make it, but we'll get to
yeah,
that. Let's just start off with goalkeepers. So they
yeah,
have Jose Sa, they have Rui Silva, and of course they have Diego Costa. So Diego Costa, I think, is somebody who's sort of been that anchor man, that really big linchpin at the back. Great
yeah,
shot stopper, as we saw in the Euros and
yeah,
all of that.
yeah,
He's he's definitely someone who you can pin your hat on and say he plays for Porto. He's an omnipresent with the Portugal team, so he pretty much picks himself. Jose Sa, he's not really had a great he's not had a great campaign with Wolves.
Yeah.
Rui Silva, I'm not too sure of. He plays
Yeah.
for Benfica, and that's so he plays for Sporting Lisbon, and
Sporting.
that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
I know about him. I don't really know much, but I think Diego Costa picks himself, and he's a
Yeah.
very good goalkeeper. He's just a
Yeah.
very good goalkeeper. So
Yeah, he's a good goal. And as you rightly said, in the Euro 2024, I mean, he was excellent in shootouts. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's very good.
it's a pair of safe hands. Good
Pair of
goalkeeper to
safe
have.
hands. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Moving on to their defense, man. Again, this is one of those. They've got so many options. So
Yeah.
I think obviously Ruben Diaz pretty much picks himself as the starting center half. You have the likes of I mean there is a bit of a question mark to be honest. Who's going to play alongside him? I think you have Inacio from Sporting Lisbon. You have Thomas Araujo, who's I think at Benfica. He could possibly play, but by the looks of it, it does seem that Gonzalo Inacio will partner Ruben Diaz at the back. Fullback, they've got four or five sometimes really solid options. So they have obviously Nuno Mendes, who covered about 100,000 kilometers in that whole Champions League campaign. He quite literally picks himself. There's no two ways about it. But then for right back, you have Mangesh's favorite Mateus Nunes. You have Diego Dallo. You have Diego Dallo. United's Diego Dallo. You have Joao Cancelo. You have
Yeah.
Nelson Semedo, who I think plays for Fenerbahce. So you've
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of these options. And again, you've got someone like a Dallo who can play left back. You've got
Yeah. Yeah.
Semedo who at a stretch could play for left back. You have Cancelo who will probably be the
Yeah.
starting right back, but who can also play left back. So fullback
Yeah.
options, they're stacked.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm a huge fan of Nuno Mendes. I think he's one of the best left backs in the world right now. Every time PSG had a good game, Nuno Mendes had a good game because he
Mm,
successfully marked Mo Salah last season when Salah was flying at the time. So I'm a
mm,
huge fan of Nuno Mendes. And when it comes to Semedo, he's been playing for Portugal for ages, man.
yeah,
वो कभी से खेल रहे? He's been there for a long, long time, and he's one
yeah,
of those solid fullbacks that will get the job done. In my opinion, he will start the game, but when so of course they have two in one player in Diego Dallo who can play as a Cafu and as Titus Brample, and
mm,
if good Diego Dallo if shows up, he's a fantastic player to have. He can even start games, a few games. Mateus Nunes, again, I find him extremely irritating. I don't know why. I just don't like him. Maybe, I mean, the reason could be that he's not actually a right back and
yeah,
he's playing. Pep Guardiola decided to change his position to right back. I don't know. I find him extremely irritating. For some reason, I think he's one of those. क्या बोलते हैं ना वो Wolves a lot of just because he's Portuguese and plays for Wolves doesn't mean he's very good. He's that
yeah,
sort of player, I feel. I'm pretty sure he's better than that. But again, this is me just ranting unnecessarily for no reason whatsoever. And of course, Ruben Diaz, he has played 26 games this season. So I think 26 games in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. So
mm,
there are some question marks about him, but if he's fit and if he's fresh, I mean, he's one of the best defenders in the world. No two ways about it. And Rohit, one thing I realized, Portugal for their decent defense or good team, they deserve sort of, I mean, one man deserves a lot of credit, and that's Ruben Amorim. So he was the one who
yeah, yeah.
gave Nuno Mendes a chance at Sporting. He was the one who
Chance.
gave Inacio and Matthias Nunes. So, I mean,
Yep.
that core on the young team that's coming through from
Mm.
their from their ranks, I think. I mean, Ruben Amorim deserves credit for that, and of course we can't give much credit for him at United, but yeah, for definitely for Portugal he deserves credit.
But my if I were to sort of just nitpick, if I were to be a little nitpicky and sort of talk about what their what a potential, not a problem but thing could be, is that I think on set pieces, I look at that Portugal defense and I have a bit of a question mark about their general sort of physicality or how good they'll be, right? Because I
Hmm.
mean, up front and midfield, they're like insanely stacked. But
Yeah.
again, you said Semedo. I'm not even sure Semedo starts. I think Cancelo may start down the right.
Oh, maybe instead. By the way,
And
they also have Renato Vega, who played at Chelsea, and he played a few games for Portugal during qualifying, and I think he played one of the friendlies as well. So again,
but he's
yeah,
mainly a centre half, no Vega?
yeah, center up. That's right.
Yeah. So that's the thing, right? At centre half next to Diaz, I mean Vega, Inacio, and Araujo. I mean they're okay.
Yeah,
They're not they're not like great players. So
yeah,
if at all there is, because back in the day, of course, you had Pepe,
yeah,
who was always there for these guys, right? And was a bloody psycho. So now that he's gone, that could potentially be a problem. But again, they have more than enough cover in midfield to kind of not let their center half sort of get pummeled in a game. But
yeah.
I'll give, and the reason I say that, Mangesh, I'll give you an interesting fact.
Hmm.
So you sort of, actually, you know what? I'll get to that. I'll get to that a little later.
Oh,
But yeah, it is to do with their midfield. But I'll first get to the midfield, which
all
is,
right.
I mean, is stacked an understatement here? Is
Whatever.
what is this? And I'll just read out some of the names here.
Yeah,
Vitinha, Ruben Neves, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao, Gonzalo Guedes, Pedro Neto, Francisco Conceição. Just these. I mean,
just these,
just these
just
seven
these.
or eight
Just
players who are playing for the likes of United and Milan and Chelsea and Juventus and PSG. And what do you even say, man? What do you even say?
actually, I mean, for the opposition, the worst part is all of their midfielders have had fantastic seasons. And I mean, Vitinha, in my opinion, is the second best midfielder in the world because the best midfielder in the world also plays for Portugal, and that's
Yeah.
one Bruno Fernandes. But of course, I'm kidding. But when it comes to controlling games, I think Vitinha is the best midfielder in the world right now. And I mean, if there is one player from Man City I will have in a heartbeat, that's Bernardo Silva. I
Hmm.
mean, he's so versatile. He can play in midfield two. He can play in midfield three. He can drop deep. He can play in that front three. He's such a
Right.
fantastic option to have, and he does every job equally well. It's not like he's just, oh my god, I'll sit deep and I'll
Right.
do nothing. He sits deep and he takes run from those deep positions. I mean, midfielders don't like someone running at them, right? So he
Hmm.
does that. I mean, Bruno has had an outstanding season. So at the start, when I said that Portugal have the greatest player of all time and Cristiano Ronaldo, my greatest player of all
Yeah.
time, of course I meant Bruno Fernandes, but he has had such a fantastic season. My worry for him, and of course, after talking about midfield, we'll come to that. He got 21 assists for United, and if not for our wastefulness, he could have
Yeah.
had 7, 8 more,
Yeah.
and that might happen with Portugal as well. That can
I
happen with
agree.
Portugal as well. Yeah,
I
of
agree.
course we'll come to that. And they also had João Neves, man. What a player!
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
player! They have 2 to 3 players who can control games. What else do you want? And
And
I mean,
looking,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
And also, what I was saying is, my final point was all their top players have had fantastic seasons. João and Vitinha, they're coming from a Champions League winning campaign. Bruno is
Hmm.
coming from a great campaign he had in the Premier League. When he at the start of the season, he literally did not have any support. It was all good.
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva is Bernardo Silva. He always puts 8.59 performances every game. There is a possibility that Matthias Nunes can play in the midfield. Uh, I mean, I mean, amazing, man, amazing.
No, and if you look at the balance, right, and the reason I included, firstly, the reason I included Neto and all these guys in midfield is that they're going to play a 4-2-3-1,
Yeah,
right? They're going to play that formation. So they're not really going to, I don't think they play a 4-3-3 with two proper wide players next to the center forward. I don't think that'll happen.
mm,
But I mean, sure, you can consider them to be attackers, midfielders, whatever you want.
yeah,
So I think João Neves and Vitinha pick themselves in the center of the park. They just pick you. You're not going to go. but
Yeah.
you're not going to go in any other direction than that. But
Yeah.
they have Samu Costa, who I think plays for Mallorca.
Mallorca.
They've got a couple of other, decent options in case they want to. They can even play Mateus Nunes in his actual position of center
Yeah.
midfield if
Yeah.
it comes
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
Then wide players, I look at. I mean, Rafael Leão, he's going to leave Milan. He, the only reason I think Leão won't start is because he's abysmal tracking back. Abysmal. He's worse. He's literally He's literally a Portuguese Marcus Rashford, where he's got all the tricks in the book going forward,
Yeah.
but he's poor defensively. So I think someone like either a Guedes or a Neto starts down the left. I think Bernardo Silva starts down the right with Neto again. Neto can play down the right, so Neto can be Bernardo's sort of fallback. You have Francisco Conceição, who plays for Juventus. He could play down the right.
Yeah.
Um, that is, I think, a very, very good option. So assume you're looking at Neves and Vitinha in the pivot, and you're looking at
Yeah.
So you're looking at Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, and Pedro Neto or whoever down, Rafael Leao or whatever down the left. You're not going to get too many better midfields and wide player options than that.
Yeah, true, true. But I think it's. I mean, what you said makes sense. But I think Martinez really trusts Rafael. So he plays. He
Mm.
played a lot of time during qualifying. By the way, he got sent off against Chile. It was a stupid challenge. So he's banned for the next game against Nigeria. But he'll start in the group stage. So Rafael Leo again. Rafael Leo is one of the, again. Rafael Leo is exactly like Nani. At times he is unplayable. At times he is just too frustrating, in
Mm.
my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure about him. He, in my opinion, he will definitely start. Uh, Conceição also played in that game against Chile, and he was decent. He had a decent game. So I don't know exactly what Portugal's final formation is going to be. They are going to play one more game on 11th, I think 10th or 11th. That's going to be against Nigeria, and probably we will see what's the final lineup will be, final playing 11 will be. But yeah, man, what a great options to have. So many great options to have, man. So I don't think they have any problem when it comes to midfield and attack. As you rightly said, it will be Vitinha and João Neves in the midfield, Bruno Fernandes playing as number 10. At times he was used on the right hand side as well, but I think that was when Cristiano Ronaldo was red card after that stupid red card
Mm.
against Ireland. But yeah, I think they don't have anything to worry about in the group stage, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
And again, speaking of Ronaldo and the attack, so they technically have three options who can play down the middle. You
yeah,
have Joao Felix, who plays in that 9.5 position.
yeah,
You have Gonzalo Ramos, who he didn't really feature a lot for PSG, and he looks like he's going to be on the way out of that
yeah,
club. But he's a very good option. He's got a good physical presence, and then of course you have the goat, who he's as number nine as nine can get. But
yeah,
he's like, let's be honest, he's their greatest ever player, and he's one of the greatest ever players to play the game. You look at his record even in international. He's had 226 caps for Portugal, by the way,
yeah.
which is, in terms of availability and always being there, you can't fault him. 226 caps for a country like Portugal is borderline. It's insane. It's beyond insanity, if you ask me.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
he's got a measly 143 goals
That's
for
like a
Portugal.
club record, right? I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
people have. I mean, a striker with 140 out of 220 will see what a
Is
great
that
striker. He
Yeah,
has it for bloody internationals.
for the international, which is insane. So he's insane. He's insane as a player. No one doubts that. But I think the big elephant in the room is going to be, I don't, again, me being a huge fan for everything he
Yeah,
did for United and everything that he's gone to achieve. He's a phenom. He's one of a kind, no doubt about it. He he should not be starting games at the age of 41 in a World Cup. He just should not.
I mean,
He,
I'll tell you something. It's. I mean, do you recall what people used to say about Sachin after 2007 World Cup? That
mm,
a lot of people used to say that he's finished, and a fan in us used to say, no, that's fuck you. Sachin will
mm,
will prove prove that again. And he did that. But Ronaldo is not Sachin in 2007. Ronaldo is Sachin in 2017. I
Yeah.
mean, he's been a great player, no doubt about it. But I mean, he has overstayed his welcome. And
Yeah.
the worry they have is whenever. So after that red card against Ireland, the next game he did not play. Portugal won 9-1. Of
Mm.
course, they only played against Armenia. You can make that argument. But how many times do you see a team scoring
Yeah.
9 goals?
9 goals. No, and it's simple, right? I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's also I just realized my hair are now resembling Vitinia. I have done nothing to my hair and they're just flopping straight down the middle. So I don't know. I didn't plan this because we were covering Portugal, by the way, if
Yeah.
anybody is wondering.
You have a face of Zoran Mamdani and you have
Yeah.
hair of
And hair
Vitinha.
of
Wow.
Vitinia.
Yeah.
So we are looking, yeah. I mean, okay, but anyways. But yeah, I mean, look, let's be honest. A 41-year-old who's played for the past couple of seasons in Saudi, which is not at the highest level,
Yeah.
he obviously doesn't have the pace and the power that he had in the past. He doesn't. He's 41.
Yeah. Of course.
Cristiano, a 25-year-old Cristiano will walk into any other side because he was powerful. He was that force of nature that can drag a team ahead. But you don't expect that from a 41-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can do a job for Portugal. So I'm never going to say that he shouldn't be a part of the squad. No, he definitely should be a part of the squad because imagine bringing on Cristiano Ronaldo when your team is chasing a goal.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
can give you a good 10 or 15 minutes still, even at
Yeah.
his age, because we know how well conditioned he is. That man is a cyborg. He's the cyborg before cyborgs. He's the Haaland before Haalands. He's a physical
Yeah.
specimen. You look at him today and he'll still seem like a bloody brick shithouse. That's how he is. But he can't run and he can't get to the end of balls that a Bruno or a Bernardo or a Vitinha will play. It's a simple fact.
And that's the sad part, right? If Martinez is going to play Ronaldo, it's going to be for Bruno Fernandes, someone like Bruno Fernandes who is in great form. Uh, that's going to be continuation of Manchester United because he'll play a great ball and Ronaldo will not be able to reach that because he's bloody
Mm.
41. It's not
Yeah,
his fucking fault.
yeah,
He's 41. And someone, see, that's the thing, right? The people think that Ronaldo is selfish. That selfishness is part of his genius.
yeah.
And I have, I was shocked when I found this out. So Ronaldo under Martinez, he has scored 25 goals from 30 games.
Crazy.
Martinez joined as after 2022 World Cup. 25 goals for 30 games for a 41-year-old is crazy. And he scored 30 goals from 37 games in Saudi League, which is fine. Since it's Saudi League, we don't care much about that. But problem the only problem in my opinion Portugal has is up front. You have someone like Gonzalo Ramos who is not playing each and every game for at PSG. Why do you think that? Because
Mm.
he's not good enough.
Good enough.
Doesn't mean
Yeah.
it doesn't mean he's not good, but he's not good enough. I remember he scored a hat trick against Switzerland during last World Cup, and Ronaldo was dropped. But I mean, we don't expect much from him, right? See, and this is somewhere. They are going to miss Diego Jota. May his,
Of course.
he's a very sad state of
Yeah.
affairs. Everyone misses him, but Portugal at the World Cup is also going to miss him because he
Of
he
course.
added a different dimension to their team as well, right? He was so
Correct.
direct. He was that.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the another problem where when they play like I'll give you a stat. Portugal have averaged the second most crosses per game in European qualifiers. Why do you think
Oh,
that is?
yeah,
It's because you're not going to be playing balls for Cristiano Ronaldo to run into. He can't run into those balls.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He can't. He's physically incapable right now of if somebody's playing him a ball to chase, he can't chase it. He's 41.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So and look, you gave me statistics of Cristiano. He could be 65 years old. You put him on a pitch, he'll still score goals. Because that instinct never goes away, right? It doesn't matter if he's 41. You feed him something in the box, that guy will find the back of the net.
Good,
I mean,
good.
he at probably one of the worst United sides that we saw under Solskjaer in his last season. That was one of the worst teams that we've seen play football. That dude came into the Premier League and scored 20 plus goals. That's not easy. That was a 37, 38 year old Cristiano who came into the Premier League in an absolutely garbage side, and he still managed to score 20 something goals. Think about it. There are a lot of strikers who come in before him and after him who haven't got to that mark. So it's not easy what he does.
Yeah, yeah. But see, that's the thing, right? When Ronaldo has a center stage now, he scores a goal, but your team plays worse.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the problem with this entire thing is the circus that comes with him. So in 2024 Euros, if you recall, he missed a penalty against Slovenia.
Hmm.
Jan Oblak saved it, and he cried on the pitch. Now, crying
Hmm.
on the pitch is not the problem. It's not the first footballer to cry on the pitch. It's not going to be. It's not an issue. But just imagine all the circus and all the media reaction that attracted that penalty. People almost forgot that he's later scored in a penalty. It was an excellent penalty. He scored in a
Hmm.
penalty shootout. Later, he scored against in the next game. They crashed out against Spain. He scored another
Hmm.
penalty.
Hmm.
So people don't forget that. So he has become, sadly, become a parody of himself. Again, it's always good to have Ronaldo in your squad, but uh,
But it's
I
the
mean,
same. It's the same thing. That's what I think we said yesterday when we spoke about Messi, right? Like Argentina will have everything going for them, but the focus is always going to be, oh, Messi, and they're not using him. And I mean, it goes back to the joke that we always cracked, right? Like when Messi misses a couple of chances, it's because Higuain wasn't in the right space or nobody passed him the ball. And when he scores, it's always because he's doing it by himself. This I'm not trying to make light of it, but that is how
yeah,
these people are assessed.
yeah,
Even with Cristiano, if he scores in his first game, it's going to be like, oh, 41, who cares? He's still Cristiano. In the next game, if he misses a penalty or if he misses a golden chance, automatically you'll have 30 articles on why is he taking up space. So there's no middle ground.
yeah,
It's all because of them or it's all their fault. There's no middle ground for such greats.
yeah. True, true. Do you think, just out of curiosity, do you think Bruno as false nine works?
You know what? I think Bernardo as false nine might work with Bruno at 10, that sort of a thing. Or, I mean, look, technically they have the best, not the best. Okay, you have a play. Okay, let me re-say that because I was just going to say Joao Felix is the best false nine, and I literally had to stop before I say anything else.
I mean, okay,
But
okay. Before you go ahead, have you seen Joao Felix play really well at the highest stage,
I
at
have
any
never
high
seen
stage?
Joao Felix play well in three consecutive games in his entire career.
Seriously, I don't
Yeah.
understand the hype around it. I'm pretty sure he's better player than we are making him out to be. Of course, we are ranters, but I have never seen Joao Felix play well consistently over 3 to 4 games. I have never seen that. I don't
But
understand the hype around it. That dude played at Barca and Chelsea and so many top clubs. I mean, what is he exactly? I don't understand.
But that's the thing. What I was going to say that he's played for Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Barcelona, AC Milan, and he's never settled anywhere.
Yeah,
Anywhere.
yeah,
So no, my point was going to be that when you talk of like Joao Felix is the definition of a 9.5, right? He's that little diminutive player who drops deep, can play as a
yeah,
striker. He's like tailor made for it, but he doesn't play consistently well. Because
yeah,
again, Gonzalo Ramos and Cristiano are the same player.
yeah.
Ramos is a towering centre forward who can actually run and is 17 years younger to Ronaldo. You got Ronaldo who at this stage is a number 9, and you've got Felix, but
I mean, this is so funny. 17 years younger to Ronaldo.
yeah, he's literally 17 years younger to Ronaldo. I mean, imagine this when Cristiano won his Ballon d'Or in 2008. That dude would have been like what, three, four, whatever, 4 years old, 5 years
Six.
old, whatever it is, 6 years old. I mean, that is what we're talking about. He actually, as a kid, saw Cristiano like you and I saw him win a Ballon d'Or, his first Ballon d'Or. So, and that's the problem. I mean, Pedro Neto, are we going to see him play number 9? No. He doesn't even play there for Chelsea.
Yeah, yeah,
Leao, can he play number 9? No. Can Guedes play number 9? No. Conceição is a right winger for Juventus. He's going to stay there. So they are going to rely on three people to play in that 9.5 position, and none of them are well suited for that role for different
yeah.
reasons.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, the thing with Pedro Neto, again, when he joined Chelsea, I actually thought Pedro Neto is a. I still think Neto is a fine player, but again, he has had a poor season at Chelsea.
Hmm.
And see that a lot of these players, they turn up for other national teams, like Marcus Rashford. Marcus
Hmm.
Rashford so many times used to be poor at Manchester United. People used to criticize him, and as soon as he put England jersey, he was really good.
Hmm.
So let's see if something like that happens with Pedro Neto, because I personally think there is a very good player in there.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah,
all said and done, Mangesh, where do you think Portugal finish? I don't have high hopes from them, but
I mean they are great in midfield and decent in defense, and their attack or their number nines will can might let them down. Maybe quarterfinal. I don't know. Man. See, but again, I mean, to think of it, they have midfielders who can play the ball. When you are playing in the US, it's extremely important that you retain the ball. And
hmm.
two teams, Portugal and Spain, both are very good at it. So I don't know if they can use it to their advantage. That can happen, right? Just imagine Portugal winning the World Cup just like they won the Euros in
Hmm.
2016 after the rule change.
Hmm.
See, that rule change does my head in because we
Yeah,
don't know what's going to happen. We can't
what
predict
happened?
properly. Yeah. So I will
That's
not
true.
be surprised if they reach semi-final and final. No, I mean, I don't want to say only because of rule change, but mainly because of rule change.
Maybe. But
Yeah.
I'll take you back to this, right? We talk about Portugal and the Euros, but their last four World Cup campaigns have been shit. They were a
Shit,
quarter
shit, shit.
finalist in 22. They
Yeah.
were round of 16 in 18, group stage in 14, round of 16 again in 10. So they've
Yeah.
not been great in World Cups.
I mean, let's just say they have only had one great World Cup, and that was 2006.
When they reach the semis, yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
they reached the semis. Apart from that, they have been okayish in the World
Yeah,
Cup.
they've been one of the decent teams that get spoken of, but they don't do anything. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's I won't be too surprised if they get knocked out in the round of 16. I won't be too surprised.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Quarterfinals, I will be surprised, but nothing beyond that. I don't see them going into the semis. They are not the
Yeah.
top four best teams in the world. Let's put it that
Absolutely
way.
not. I agree with you. They are not the top four. No doubt.
So I think 16 or quarters for me. Portugal, nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, could be quarters. So quarters make sense. Maybe. See, I suck at predictions, but again, now that you have said
Yeah, I
it,
mean
quarters make sense.
this is all guesswork from you and I, but
Yeah, yeah. Could be quarters.